In this episode, I want to go over some more of the Pricelabs features, and in particular, I'm going to be going over the market research section within the software, which can give you some great insights into your own portfolio, how it's performing against itself, but also how it's performing against the competition. And there's some amazing new AI features, which are also giving you very specific information so that you can maximize your profits as you go about your year with your short-term portfolio. So before further ado, let's dive straight in and have a look. So the feature we're going to be looking at is in this market research tab. And what you need to do to specifically get the information that I'm looking at today is click into a specific listing. From the listing, go to neighborhood data. And then in here, we're going to have a look at how the property is performing against other elements, other competitors, so on and so forth. So future pricing, this gives us an indication of the data that they have is giving us an indication of how the prices may look in the future. And this is important because when we are analyzing our potential profit for the next 6 months, the potential profit for the next year, we can use this data to see if we tweak prices, where we're going to land, how much do we need to be pushing the portfolio? What sort of occupancy do we need in terms of to make the profit that we need to make? As you can see here, there's many different things, but it gives you a good outline of the different types of percentiles. So you've got the 25th to 50th percentile, the 50th to 75th percentile, and the 75th to 90th percentile. Let me just explain what they are. Depending on where you're priced will depend upon what percentile you sit in. In an ideal scenario, your pricing really wants to be sitting at the higher end, 75th to 90th percentile, which is this section here at the top. And as you can see here, the prices are much higher and fluctuating versus the gray section, which is the low percentile. Now, why would you be in a different price range for the same type of property? Well, standards for one, experience is another, type of portfolio, type of brand. There's so many different reasons why someone might be competing at the 25th to 50th percentile when you're competing in the 75th to 90th percentile price range. But you really want to be trying to maximize how much you can make from your portfolio. So you want to be doing everything to try and fit within this percentile. And then it's going to give you a good idea here. So you can see here, my base rate for this property is 94. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do here, you can see it fluctuates here from 72, 69, 80, 67, so on and so forth. Now, that is the final price. If you actually look further down, you've got the market 75th percentile price, then you've got the market 90th percentile price. So you've got 124, 160, so on and so forth. So this is showing you, like, as you go through, when I'm recording this today, it's June. So as we go through July, it's showing you like the increase here. You can see, obviously this is a UK property. So over the summer, it's gonna be good. And then there's a peak here. And I'm gonna come on to that peak in a second and tell you exactly why that is. But as you can see there, the 90th percentile, it's showing that you could potentially be charging 301 for your property, and then it goes back down, and then obviously as we go into the season it dips down. You can change it based on next year. So if we really want to have a look at the next year, what is the trend? As you can see here, Feb drops right off, and that's just the natural UK trend. If you want to have a look at just the next 30 days, you can. I think 6 months is a good guideline for your pricing structure, and obviously the software will adjust based on your base rate. But if you really want to get clever and capture as much of the market as you can and maximize your profits, you may want to be tweaking the base rate here based on the recommendation of the future pricing. And obviously you can use your settings here to do it, or you can just set reminders on your calendars and then do it. You can have a look at your upcoming bookings, and you can also have a look at your last year's bookings. I think this is really, really cool. So as you see here, last year on Thursday, the 15th of June, my average daily rate was 72. So you can see there, we've gone up to 94 based on the same sort of time period. And that will be due to market demands or the longevity of the properties. I know fine well we refurb these properties, so we give them an uplift. So that's why we're charging a bit more this year. And see how we just make simple changes, and you can actually then end up demanding more money, and you get the money as well. But each portfolio is different. As you can see here, we've got all the different prices, and it gives you where you were, and it tells you whether you were booked or not. And it tells you here, like, there was a gap, so we weren't booked in that period there. Now, AI. The thing on everybody's mind right now, and it is something that is being adopted and welcomed by a lot of software companies, and I think rightly so. I think it's great for certain things, not so good for other things, but I think you have to use it for your own benefit. So if you come up here and you click this AI Insights button, what it does is it pops this box out here. What this then does is it will analyze, it's an insight, it based on research, and it's this is still in beta, so it's still going through it, and I think it will get better with time, but it's still very good. So as you see here, these are the main things that you want to look at, okay? So for me, it gives you like high seasons, so your prices are below the market during these months, your prices are below the market in January, your prices are higher compared to the past average daily rate. So that's just giving you a bit of an insight as to what's going down. This bit here is quite cool. So on 7th September 2024, market prices are 54.5% higher compared to surrounding dates. Now, reason that is, this is a Newcastle-based property, and the Great North Run is on that weekend. It's the largest half marathon in the world, I believe. Huge event, lots of people flood in. It's always a great time for hosts in the Northeast. But this is telling you that you can really ramp your prices up. And if we come back here, there's your spike there on Sunday, September the 8th. So that's kind of giving you an indication that surges in prices are happening on this date, and you should be looking at doing something about that. From the 25th of December to the 31st of December 2024, market prices are 16.9% higher compared to surrounding dates. Again, a lot of people come to the area, stay with family over Christmas, and have their own accommodation. And then from the 1st of May to the 4th of May, market prices are 7.4% higher. I actually don't know why that is, but I'd imagine there's possibly an event on. But the idea here is that we should be going into our calendars and pulling out these dates. And you can see here, you've got the blue dot, you've got the green dot, and you've got the orange dot. You can see here, it's pulling out these trends. So it gives you just a quick snapshot as to what you can do. You can then go back into your customizations, go back into your calendar here, and you could then, choose the date, whatever it was, 7th September, you might, 8th September, and you might say, right, fixed price, 302, or you might do a percentage on the recommended price, and you might use, it said 54% higher, so you might go 54%, and you might increase that price up. Easy, very quick in terms of putting that in play. And that's how you can use the data to really strengthen each of your listings and make them work. Now, in terms of the occupancy, we have the same. It also gives you AI insights into the occupancy. And as we can see here, it gives you similar sort of information based on those dates, those 3 key dates that you can maximize. Now, even if you just focus, let's just say you had one property and you focused on those 3 key dates that it's pulled out, and you increase your price by 54% on the 7th of September. You have a strong occupancy in the Christmas time. This is showing you here that occupancy increases 5.9% compared to surrounding dates from the 22nd of August to the 25th of August. So if you put that in there and you boosted your prices up slightly there, and then 6th of August to 8th of August, again, there's a slight increase in the occupancy there, then that could potentially just put, like, let's say it was an extra £50 a night, and you've got a minimum night 3, okay? So you're gonna get an extra £150 per booking on, let's just say, these 3 dates here, and you're gonna get an extra probably double what you're doing, so maybe an extra 150. So out of that, you've got like 150, 300, so you've got £450. So that one property extra just by looking into the data and making some strategic moves. Now, for the majority of you, that would pay for your Pricelabs subscription for the year, just by utilizing that one strategy for this one property. Really, really clever. Now, as we come on the competitor calendar, and I do like this as well, and I think one of the major changes, and I'm going to explain this in detail, but let me just choose something. So you can choose, you'll see here a lot of our properties come up, but let's just choose some. You can choose multiple properties. You just click and choose. So I'm just going to click and choose. Obviously, you can see here 2 bedroom, 1 bedroom. You want to try and match the same. So let's get rid of that 1 bedroom because this is, let's get them all out. I want 2 bedroom, so it's like for like. We'll go another 2 bedroom. I'll get one more in here just for the sake of the data. We'll go with that one. Update date. And then what it does is it brings out this graph. Now, this graph, sorry. What you would have had previously when comparing is it just compared the prices. The problem is there's a lot of different cleaning fees. There's also a different type of model that Airbnb charge for hosts. So you either have the split model or the host only fee model, and the percentages are quite different on those. So just going price for price is not really comparing apples for apples. It could be £86 nightly rate with 0 cleaning fee, but someone else could have 86 and a 30 cleaning fee. So their actual price is 116. Okay, that's where I think a lot of data has led people down the wrong path and gone, okay, well, they're charging 86, so I'm going to charge 86, but I've got no cleaning fee. But actually what you're doing there is you're shortchanging yourself by 30, because these are actually 86 plus the 30 cleaning fee. What this data now does, which is really clever, is it shows you what the cleaning fees are. So as you can see here, this host charging 5, this host charging 50, this host charging 30. And then you've also got the different types of fees. So split fee, host only fee, split fee. The host only fee, I believe, is 15%. The split fee is 3%. So there's like 12% difference between those two as well. So when you're making decisions based on what your pricing is, this information here can really help you pinpoint where you can drive it to, but still stay very, very competitive. And that for me is crucial to be able to maximize your profits when you are looking at using this data to either take new properties on or just manage the current properties that you've got and just try and maximize the percentages. The concept overview here, so it just gives you a bit of an idea of 2 bedrooms, there's 122, 25% are 90, 101, 120. So it just gives you more and more information. But I think this tool here, the compet analysis, and I really like this idea here, the future pricing and the AI insights. I think if you just went through every single one of your properties and just had a look at the AI insights and made the tweaks based on what the AI data is telling us to do, then you will make more money from your properties, and you can thank Pricelabs for doing it. And I really like that new feature of being able to actually compare and see what people's cleaning fees are, and also what rates they're on. I think more so for the cleaning fee, because it is a bone of contention with a lot of hosts, especially if Airbnb is your main traffic source. You want to try and remain competitive, including the cleaning fee element of it. And you don't want to be putting high cleaning fees. If everyone else is charging 5 and you're charging 50, then a guest may look at that and go, well, I'm not going to pay that, so I'll go with the other host. Even though the money might be the same at the end of it, it just might be a thing where they feel like they shouldn't be paying for cleaning. They'll go with the host that's charging 5. But if everyone's charging 50 and you're charging 5, maybe you need to up your prices to 50, put some more money in the till, get those cleaning fees paid for, and ultimately make more profit out of your business. So hopefully it was helpful. Any questions, do let me know, and I will see you on the next video.